How to spot an organic garden. If you find mosses, they are the most sensitive plants in the ecosystem. They just die if you use any chemicals. Here they're even growing on rocks. How beautiful they are. Here we have a grapevine, a very ancient one called Isabella, and they are just loaded this year. And we're going to make some wine with a wine press I invented some time ago in Australia. Here we're gonna start picking now. And oh god, I love them, they are so delicious. There's some white grapes here which I'm going to mix with the red ones. A very high productive kiwi vine is showing its umbrella. Here on the edge of the fence, facing south, some physalis are going to enjoy the morning sun. Aronia berries are growing here in the shade. They're very high, full of antioxidants. Just a couple of bushes to make some tea, fruit juice, whatever. Horseradish doing very well. And here I got a pumpkin, a potkin pumpkin, which is doing very nicely. The second harvest actually. Cauliflowers have gone berserk in the garden. It's really actually late autumn and most people haven't got anything in their garden. This is Chinese greens. The tomatoes have gone, and I just planted winter lettuce. And here the most incredible prehistoric vegetables, Brussels sprouts. They're early, they will be harvested when the snow is on them. Just look at that, amazing stuff. They're loaded. And everything has been growing with mycorrhizal fungi. There's still capsicum there, lots of it, if you look at it. Oh well, my neighbor, he got banana growing. Climate change. Lots of capsicum, hot chili, lettuce. And this is very good value. Whatever the Chinese grow are good for you and growing fast. Chinese greens. I'm going to keep the seed for this little flower here. And looking over here is the cauliflower. Incredible growth. It's just unbelievable. Totally healthy, so strong. And I just removed all the leaves of those grapes here. And now the back row, which was deprived of sunlight, will actually have a later crop season. I left this in a pot and one capsicum is coming up. I try to put it inside over winter. Horseradish, which is very healthy. And there's some beans left still. Look at this. This is just totally incredible. It's early autumn here over in Austria, and there's still lots of beans coming. I planted them rather late. There's still heaps of them coming. I just picked a bag of it, which is just fantastic. And now I'm going to start to pick the grapes to make some beautiful fruit juice, organic, totally non-sprayed fruit juice. Finally, today's late harvest: capsicum, cucumbers and beans. A huge bag of it. Here I have some avocado trees, but none of them will bear fruit within 3 or 4 years. except this one. This one I recently, about two and a half weeks ago, I grafted, and it's growing. I'm very, very proud of this. I almost could say this is the first grafted avocado tree in Austria. It's a Wurz which takes 5 degrees minus, and we'll see how this is gonna go. Don't know what we're gonna do with all of this. Here I just planted snow peas. They should be ready in November. We're going to check their progress. And in the corner there's the most amazing nectarines, not sprayed, has millions of fruit on. Just please check this, and they are beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Large walnut tree is losing its leaf. It's autumn and deciduous plants, this is what they do. And now I have to show you something very interesting. I planted this peach tree about a year ago, and the first season we had 20 large, very large peaches on, and the soil I made here taken me a year, and I cut in about a half a cubic meter of soil with charcoal and other composts. But the strange thing what happened, it re-sprouted. It re-sprouted about a half a meter, which is totally extraordinary, where it actually should have lost its leaves. Look. And now in springtime it will sprout again, and basically within very short period there's going to be a very large tree full of fruit, and I keep you up to date with that. Please subscribe, because this is very rare. This is subtropical hibiscus, doing extremely well, but I have to take it out in winter in order to make it grow again and survive. I've taken some cuttings, but they're doing really well. Look at that. And over here, our amazing cauliflower, and actually the whole garden, which taken me years and years to figure out how to grow it in microbes, in charcoal, in multiplying molasses with microbes, and this is the end result of it. Oh, there's one more thing I'd like to show you. Is my neighbor's garden, and he's a professional gardener. He keeps on asking me, what do you do to get a garden like this? I watered his banana trees, and they are looking really well. Here again, this is turmeric. Turmeric in a pot. The secret, of course, the soil, the nutrients, which makes the plant so healthy and grow actually in a cooler climate. Look at that. And there's another one here. Our prehistoric Brussels sprouts. But now the tomatoes are still on. This is a bottle brush, an Australian bottle brush, driving in selected soil with, you can see here, rocks and mycorrhizal fungi. And this fruit juice press I made myself. Anybody can make them, you know. I'll show you how it works in my next video. The difference is quite obvious. Thanks for watching.